All right. I told you guys yesterday that I was going to do it, and I did it. I called the New York State Athletic Commission today, basically, to ask them about the Deontay Wilder Dominic Breazeale numbers and Eddie Hearn's claim that only 6,000 people actually purchased tickets for the event. And I'm going to play for you the answer that they gave me. So bear with me here. I'm going to play it for you right now, and you can hear for yourself exactly what I was told.
I want to know about the Deontay Wilder Dominic Breazeale fight. What was the attendance? And also, is there a way that you know what the paid attendance was, and you can tell me?
Deontay Wilder?
Yeah.
The event for last Saturday?
Yeah.
The attendance. What do you want to know about the attendance? Like how many
comps were there? Can you tell me how many comps?
What?
How many comps? Like how many people were comped, meaning they didn't have to pay for the tickets? Do you know like what the paid tickets were?
I can get you to my boxing director, but I know there's only limited information. I know someone called earlier about it to know what Deontay purse was.
No, I don't want to know that.
It's limited, but he can help you with that.
Okay.
His name is Matt Delaglio, and I'm going to get you over to him, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Just bear with me. This is going to be very interesting.
Mission? Hi, Mr. Delaglio. I had a question for you about the Deontay Wilder fight. Would you be able to tell me how many tickets were actually comped for that event?
Unfortunately, I cannot. That is tax. They handle that, not the commission itself.
Oh, the tax. Okay.
Yeah, so the tax department would have that information. Honestly, I'm not even sure they would release that information, but they may. But we wouldn't have it directly on us.
So there's absolutely really no way anyone would know about that unless they were involved in the event themselves in terms of like the promoters and stuff like that?
No, I mean, they do have to report it to the tax department.
They have to, what is that called again? The tax what?
Taxation department of New York tax department.
Okay, so someone like couldn't just so someone would have to call the tax department to get that information then, right?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think they would probably.
And they wouldn't even give it to you. So anyone that says they know that how many tickets were comped and they weren't actually involved in the event, and that would be a speculation on their part, correct? Would that be fair to say that?
Unless they know someone special, I don't know.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's all I needed to know then. That's what I wanted to clarify, basically, because someone's going around saying that 7,000 tickets were comped at an event that sold 13,000 tickets,
right?
Which I find is kind of really bizarre to say something like that. I don't know what your opinion is on that, but. That's why I wanted to kind of clarify that. But so they would not have any way of knowing that then. All right, awesome. That's all I needed to know. I appreciate you.
Unless they contacted the tax department and they gave it to them.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, bye.
Okay, so Eddie Hearn's running around here telling everybody only 6,000 tickets were sold because probably some PBC or Deontay Wilder hater who was at the event just decided they were going to put that rumor out there, just like a lot of these other people out there who are supposedly boxing writers, boxing reporters, and they just put out these statements and everyone's just supposed to believe them. But I actually was not lazy, and I decided to call the commission myself. And there's actually no way of knowing, unless you were the person who was doing the comping and you were part of the event, there's no way of knowing how many people were actually comped unless you call the taxation department. And the commissioner just said that they probably won't even give you the numbers either. So where did Eddie Hearn come up with this number? And I basically proved that he's lying. because I called the commission. They didn't have the information, and they told me I could call the New York Taxation Department. But then he said that they probably won't even give it to you. So do you really think that Eddie Hearn called the New York State Taxation Department and said, hey, I'm Eddie Hearn. I want to know how many tickets were actually paid for this event and how many were comped? Do you think Eddie Hearn really did that? And do you think that the taxation department actually gave him those figures? Think he went to those lengths to try to get the numbers? Or do you think he just put bullshit numbers out there and a bullshit statement out there himself, basically? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. So this proof right here, you guys wanted to know, why I made that video yesterday and why I titled it Eddie Hearn Lies. And I just proved to you right there, he lied. Nobody knows unless you were the person at the event, in charge of the event, and you were the one that was actually doing the comping. That's the only there's only a few people at that event who know how many tickets were comped. There's only a few, there's only a small handful of people who are involved in that event who actually know how many tickets were comped. Okay? And guess what? Eddie Hearn is not one of them. Okay? So all you people are in the chat that were talking shit, Beeb, what the fuck you talking about? You're just being a fucking Eddie Hearn hater. The guy fucking lied. He fucking lied and I proved it. Okay? Eddie Hearn has experience copying thousands off tickets. That's why he said that. With these titles, bro, how many times? Okay, so you're basically, this is what the Hamed 92. This is the message you're sending. When your kid comes home and tells you a lie, right? And you get mad at your kid because he lied to you. And he tells you, well, I'm only lying because all my friends lie to their parents too. Is that going to be fucking acceptable? I don't know. I'm sure Hearn has inside information, but Hearn is also full of shit to say he lied. We don't know. Yeah, we do know he lied. I just fucking played you the fucking clip. They're not giving out the number. You can't just ask. You just can't ask how many tickets were comped if you're not involved in the event. I just played it for you. The commission said there's no way of knowing. We can't give out that information. The commission doesn't even know. You have to call the taxation department. He lied. He fucking lied. Then why did you come back, Hamed 92? Why did you come back? I already went over this. You read the title. You knew what you were going to get, but you came anyways. I'm the crack dealer. You're the crackhead. You're a masochist. We already know. Okay, so all promoters and fighters lie and contradict themselves. Okay, we get it. We get it. But does that justify it? So Eddie Hearn was right. So Eddie Hearn can lie. Like who comes out and says 7,000 tickets were comped at someone else's event? Like, you don't think that hurts his credibility? He's a fucking liar. I just played it. He lied. You knew what you were going to get and you came back anyways. Well, the official tickets that were sold were 13,181. That's the official tickets were sold. I got that number. That number is fine. That's the right number. He didn't get the number. He didn't get the number. He lied about it. Just like that $100 million offer that supposedly Tyson Fury got. And what did I do? I called Bob Arum, and what did Bob Arum tell me? The number was bullshit. Because I actually do the homework. I do the homework. Yeah, he has connections. He has connections to an event that he has nothing to do with, that he's not promoting. You're just trolling. You guys are just trolling now, man. That's how sick you guys are. You would suck his dick if he was right here in front of you. That's how sick you guys are. You'll believe anything. You guys are crackheads. Guys are crackheads. The guy openly lied to you, and you believed it. And you're still defending him after he lied to you. If you caught your girl in bed with somebody else, and she told you she was sorry, and she wouldn't do it again, would you forgive her? Is that how loyal you guys are? Is that how fucking like pussy whipped you guys are? You ride a guy's dick for like regardless of what he does, you'll still ride that guy's dick even if he fucking lies to you like 10,000 times. He fucking lied. He lied about the numbers, bro. He out and out lied about the numbers. Okay. Here we go. Here we go with the ad hominems. That's why, see, Larry Merchant, that's why you got blocked. See what you just, everyone can see what you just said in the chat. That's why you got blocked. That's why you got blocked. Everyone read what Larry Merchant just said. He's accusing me of being a homosexual. And that's why he got, then he wonders why he gets blocked from channels. He's from the UK, of course he is. That's why he sucks Eddie Hearn's dick. That's what he does. Then he cries when he gets blocked when he calls people homosexuals who are heterosexual. Yep. Thank you, Al Heyman, Alex T. Thank you. So I just called the commission. I played the recording for you guys. Play it one more time. The people who jumped on late.
I want to know about the Deontay Wilder-Dominic Breazeale fight. What was the attendance? And also, is there a way that you know what the paid attendance was, and you can tell me?
Deontay Wilder?
Yeah.
The event for last Saturday?
Yeah.
The attendance. What do you want to know about the attendance? Like how many
comps were there? Can you tell me how many comps?
What?
How many comps? Like how many people were comped, meaning they didn't have to pay for the tickets? Do you know like what the paid tickets were?
I can get you to my boxing director, but I know there's only limited information. I know someone called earlier about it to know what Deontay's purse was.
No, I don't want to know that.
It's limited, but he can help you with that.
Okay.
His name is Matt Delaglio, and I'm going to get you over to him, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Mission?
Hi, Mr. Delaglio. I had a question for you about the Deontay Wilder fight. Would you be able to tell me how many tickets were actually comped for that event?
Unfortunately, I cannot. That is tax. They handle that, not the commission itself.
Oh, the tax. Okay.
Yeah, so the tax department would have that information. Honestly, I'm not even sure they would release that information, but they may. But we wouldn't have it directly on us.
So there's absolutely really no way anyone would know about that unless they were involved in the event themselves in terms of like the promoters and stuff like that?
No, I mean, they have to do it to report it to the tax department.
They have to, what is that called again? The tax what?
Taxation department in New York tax department.
Okay, so someone like couldn't just so someone would have to call the tax department to get that information then, right?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think they would probably.
And they wouldn't even give it to you. So anyone that says they know that how many tickets were comped and they weren't actually involved in the event, then that would be a speculation on their part, correct? Would that be fair to say that?
Unless they know someone special, I don't know.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's all I needed to know then. That's what I wanted to clarify, basically. because someone's going around saying that 7,000 tickets were comped at an event that sold 13,000 tickets.
Right.
Which I find is kind of really bizarre to say something like that. I don't know what your opinion is on that, but that's why I wanted to kind of clarify that. But so they would not have any way of knowing that then. All right, awesome. That's all I needed to know. I appreciate it.
Once they contacted the tax department and they gave it to them.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, bye.
All right. So basically, the guy told me, the commissioner told me, the director, that was the director, that's the boxing director, told me the only way you could find out is if you call the taxation department. And he said they probably wouldn't even give it to you either. Came out of his own mouth. So unless Eddie Hearn called the taxation department from the New York State taxation department and they gave him the actual numbers that were comped, there's no way he would know. I'm putting words in his mouth. So I was the one that said, you're trolling. This is why you get blocked. This is why you get blocked. You bring nothing to any, you bring no intelligence to any conversation about boxing. Because people will show you, like, Eddie Hearn lied. There's no way of knowing. Even the New York State athletic director, the boxing director, doesn't even know. Can Eddie call the taxation department, the New York, and they're going to give him the numbers? No. Can't. If the boxing director himself doesn't even know how many were comped, then how is Eddie Hearn going to know? So you guys will defend him to the end because you're dick suckers. You're dick suckers. I really can't respect you. Even after I showed you that he lied about knowing the numbers, because they're not even available to the public, unless you were the actual person who was doing the comping yourself, you're not going to know. Okay? You'd have to call the fucking New York taxation department to get those numbers, and they won't even release them to you. So I already proved it. He lied. So why you got blocked? Because you keep doing it again. You get blocked because you troll. No one like you bring nothing. Like who wants to have someone in the chat that brings no intelligence or no, like, you have no debate. You have no debating skills. You want to get blocked. And then you cry when you get blocked. Why you cry when you get blocked? You can't come on people's channels and just like troll stupidly and then cry when you get blocked. Does anyone believe that Eddie Hearn actually knows that 7,000 tickets were comped for that event, and he has proof, and he can prove it? Does anyone in this chat believe that? Answer me honestly. Or is he just fictitiously putting that number out there? Because I just called the commission, and the boxing director told me that there's no way of knowing unless you call the taxation department, and they probably won't release the numbers to you anyways. Does anyone believe? Does anyone believe that Eddie Hearn is telling the truth about 7,000 people getting comped? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because I actually did the homework, just like I did the homework with the Bob Arum situation with Tyson Fury. This is what I do. This is what I do. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mike G. Okay, you don't believe it. So then why are you trolling then, Larry Merchant? Why are you trolling? And what is the purpose of him doing that in the first place? What is the purpose of him doing that in the first place? That's what I want to know. I'd love to fucking talk to him and ask him how he got the number. I'd love to find out. Yeah, we're gonna do a show tonight. And no, Hearn gets slated because he lies, and I just proved he lied, and you're defending him. So you're defending a liar. Do I think Wilder is ducking or what? I'm not happy about what Wilder's doing. I'd rather see him fight AJ next. I think both guys are posturing. I think both sides are just stalling to make the fight bigger. I think they're going to fight next year. I don't want to say any. I don't want to. I never said either side was ducking. I just think they're both prolonging and delaying and procrastinating because they want to make the fight as big as they possibly can. Because I think both sides deep down inside realize if they fight next year, the fight's going to get bigger. I think that they feel the longer they wait, it's going to get bigger. But I don't think they're going to wait past next year because then it starts getting a little risky. Either guy can lose. So I think it's going to happen in 2020. That's childish. I mean, this guy's ducking that. That's like baby shit, you know. I think Ruiz Jr. gets stopped in 6 rounds. Yeah, we're getting played. I mean, like Larry Merchant is so naive. Is Luis Ortiz a better opponent than Ruiz? I was really high on Ortiz, but I didn't like how he looked in his last fight, and I didn't like how he looked in between fights. He looked really heavy, and he's getting older. I would say he's probably better. He's slightly better, but not by. I don't know. He may be slightly better. I'm not 100% sure. I like Ruiz. I think Ruiz is a very good fighter. I thought he beat Parker. Fought a great fight against Parker. So AJ is the A side. There's no question about it. I never said he wasn't. No, you're naive because you keep falling for the this script has been played over time and time again. If you follow the sport for long enough, that this is what always happens when a big fight's supposed to come around. I can go down the list: Holyfield, Tyson Lewis, fucking Leonard Hagler, Pacquiao Mayweather. Like there's so many. I just called them up. Oh, Jerome, I got to play it again now. But I'm going to play it again because a lot of you guys are coming on late. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you guys who already heard it, but I'll play it again. Hold on. All right. Jerome wants to know if I contacted the commission. Here's the conversation.
I want to know about the Deontay Wilder-Dominic Breazeale fight. What was the attendance? And also, is there a way that you know what the paid attendance was, and you can tell me?
Deontay Wilder?
Yeah.
The event for last Saturday?
Yeah.
The attendance. What do you want to know about the attendance? Like how many
comps were there? Can you tell me how many comps?
What?
How many comps? Like how many people were comped, meaning they didn't have to pay for the tickets? Do you know like what the paid tickets were?
Oh. I can get you to my boxing director, but I know there's only limited information. I know someone called earlier about it to know what Deontay's purse was.
No, I don't want to know that.
It's limited, but he can help you with that.
Okay.
His name is Matt Delaglio, and I'm going to get you over to him, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Mission?
Hi, Mr. Delaglio. I had a question for you about the Deontay Wilder fight. Would you be able to tell me how many tickets were actually comped for that event?
Unfortunately, I cannot. That is tax. They handle that, not the commission itself.
Oh, the tax. Okay.
Yeah, so the tax department would have that information. Honestly, I'm not even sure they would release that information, but they may. But we wouldn't have it directly on us.
So there's absolutely really no way anyone would know about that unless they were involved in the event themselves in terms of like the promoters and stuff like that?
No, I mean, they do have to report it to the tax department.
They have to. What is that called again? The tax what?
Taxation department. Okay. New York tax department.
Okay, so someone like couldn't just so someone would have to call the tax department to get that information then, right?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think they would probably.
And they wouldn't even give it to you. So anyone that says they know that how many tickets were comped and they weren't actually involved in the event, and that would be a speculation on their part, correct? Would that be fair to say that?
Unless they know someone special, I don't know.
Okay, awesome. That's all I needed to know then. That's what I wanted to clarify, basically, because someone's going around saying that 7,000 tickets were comped at an event that sold 13,000 tickets,
right?
Which I find is kind of really bizarre to say something like that. I don't know what your opinion is on that, but. That's why I wanted to kind of clarify that. So they would not have any way of knowing that then. All right, awesome. That's all I needed to know. I appreciate it.
Unless they contacted the tax department and they gave it to them.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, bye.
Yeah, so that's the people that came on late. So the commission was contacted today. And that's why you keep getting blocked, Larry Merchant. That's why no one likes you, because you don't have you're just too biased. You like you can't deal with objectivity. Can't deal with objectivity. Can't do it. You don't agree that Hearn lied. You just said that Hearn lied. You don't think Hearn lied about the tickets? You just said you think he did. What's my top 5 heavyweights right now? I think Fury's the best heavyweight in the world, and I think Joshua. You could put him ahead of Wilder, and I think Wilder's. I think it's Joshua. Excuse me. I think it's Fury, Joshua, Wilder, Dillian White, and Ortiz. Those are my top 5. A year ago, I would have told you Ortiz was ahead. I would have told you Ortiz was ahead of White, but I think White's ahead of Ortiz right now. White's been looking pretty decent. That Rivas fight will be interesting though. Like White has that X factor with that left hook. He's got one of the best left hooks in boxing right now, if not the best left hook in boxing. So it'll be interesting. What's a joke, Larry Merchant? Explain to me what a joke is. What the joke is. What's the joke, Larry Merchant? I am biased, but I'm objective. Do I think Wilder wants to fight right now? No, I don't think he wants to fight right now. I don't. He told you he didn't want to fight right now. What do you need me to tell you that he doesn't need to fight right now? I've never called either fighter a ducker before. You know that. You know I never called Joshua a ducker, and you know I never called Wilder a ducker. I don't call fighters duckers. You know I don't call fighters duckers. You know I don't call fighters bums. You know I don't call them. If you followed me as long as you have, you know I don't use those words. You know I don't use those words. So why are you asking me to use words that you know I'm not going to use? If you supposedly have followed me for as long as you follow me. I don't think Wilder wants to fight right now, no. Do I think he's afraid of Joshua? No. Do I think Joshua's afraid of him? No. I don't. I just don't believe that. And I don't think that you believe that either. What did I get touchy about? What did I get touchy about? Oh, when you called me gay? Yeah, I mean, I don't like being called gay because I'm not gay. I really don't like. I don't really like being called gay when I'm not gay. You told me that I'm in love with another man, and I don't have. I'm objective when I feel like I hear the truth. Yeah, but Eddie just lied to you, and you're still defending him. So it's okay for people to lie to you. You don't have a problem with that. This is why he gets blocked from every channel, and he cries when he gets blocked. I think he does it on purpose. He brings nothing. He has no intelligible debate. Do I think Ortiz was forced to turn down $7 million to take 1-2, Matt? I don't know. I don't know if he was forced to do it, or I'm sure he was advised to not take the $7 million. But someone was telling me that the Cuban guys have different situations because I guess when their promoters help them leave the country of Cuba, so I guess they owe their promoters or something. I really don't. I don't even want to speculate why he turned it down, but I just think it was a horrible move that he turned down the $7 million. I can't defend that, but I don't know if he was forced. I'm sure he was advised not to, but I don't know if he was forced. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to get paid Fight Wilder either. I'm sure he's going to get more than the $500,000, but I know I can strongly speculate that he's not going to get 7. Yeah, you're in the chat crying that he blocked you. Why'd you block me, 78? I like when people say they don't care when someone does something to them, but they always talk about, well, why'd you do that to me? I thought you didn't care. What do you care? What do you care? What do you mean? Why did I do that to you? You think you don't care? So why are you asking me if you don't care? Yeah, they probably already had planned to take the rematch with Wilder, but I don't know why they did it. It's hard for me to envision him getting anything close to that $7 million to fight Wilder. Yeah, he was heavy. He was heavy. He was thick. He was thick. All right, guys, I was supposed to be somewhere at 3, and I'm fucking late, but I'll catch you guys later, man. Check us out tonight about 6:30. We're gonna do a show about Wilder versus Ortiz. The fight was Wilder announced that the fight was gonna happen today. Just waiting on a time on a date and basically a date and a venue, I guess. All right, guys. Peace out. Enjoy. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. Take care.